Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm doing these 4 foot by 2 foot cedar planters that I got a custom order for. Put together a cut list for you. For this particular build, one planter is going to take about 8 to 10 cedar fence pickets. Setting up my shop this morning. All I got in my shop is a miter saw, circular saw, a couple drills, an impact, sander. I'm not a master woodworker. All I'm doing is giving out free game on these planters, guys. I did have a couple scrap pieces left over from a similar build. So those are going to be the legs right there, all those little pieces that you see. I needed a couple more, so I'm ripping this piece, this cedar picket down to 2 inch and 3/8. Now the reason I don't just cut it in half is because if I cut it at 2 inch and 3/8, it leaves me with a little 1/2 inch strip, which I can use later on for ledgers. And I'll go ahead and get into what the ledgers are later on in this video. But yeah, guys, I don't have a table saw, so I put a little track saw guide on my circular saw. And that's how I get my long strips cut. Here, I'm getting ready to cut those strips down to leg size. So I put a 1 foot mark on that piece. Put my cut shadow right to it on my miter saw, and just add a little stop block right to it. This allows me to put pieces right up to that stop block and just cut every single piece the same and precise. All right, next I was getting ready to cut these those 3'10" and a halves. If you saw my previous videos, you know that I always start by nailing together a bunch of pieces together just so I could get them all cut at once instead of making a bunch of cuts. That's the beauty of a miter saw, guys. I just got mine actually. I used to always cut with my circular saw that you see right there in front of me. It's a 6.5 or 6 1/4, is it? 6 1/4, 6.5. And I was only able to rip 3 pieces of lumber at a time. So yes, guys, it was a little bit more time consuming, but if you want it, you're gonna get it and you're gonna make it happen, guys. So that's what I used to do. I just on my miter saw, like I said. But as you saw there, I did make a stop block for these 3'10" and a halves as well. Just because I was making 4 of these, I was cutting a lot, so I was adding a lot of stop blocks. But before you always do make these cuts, guys, I always recommend that you square off the ends. Once you get all your pieces nailed together, square off the ends and then pull a number and then make that cut, just so that all those pieces are cut pretty precisely. All right, those are all those pieces. I got the 3'10s, the 1 foot 9s, all my leg strips, and then you're still gonna need some 1 3/4 strips for that top trim, and I'll show you guys what that is later. I always like to clean up a little bit before I build. I hate dust. I hate working in the dust. All right, so here we go. So you're gonna start off by getting all your legs ready, because you are gonna run through all your legs and those 3'10" and a halves. So I'm using a Type Bond 3 Ultimate. I recommend it. It's the best interior and exterior glue, wood glue out there on the market. So I start off by clamping together 2 of those long sides. I clamp it together just so it doesn't move on me, make it easy for me. I flush up one of those legs on the side right there, put 1 nail into each picket. That's the outside part right there, so I don't add too many nails. You'll see in a second I flip it over and add some more nails in there. All right, here we go. There's the inside right there. I add 2 more nails to each picket on each side. After that, you're gonna go ahead and flip it to the side. You're gonna add another leg. You're gonna add some glue. You're gonna flush it up to that backside right there. That's why I'm holding it with my left hand there like that. I'm feeling the backside right there, making sure it's flush. And of course, the gun always runs out of ammo on that last shot. Flip it on over. Do the same thing on the other side. Flush on that backside. All right, and there's 2 pieces right there. And here I just show you guys the same process. This is just from a different angle. 1 nail on the outside, 2 nails each side on each picket. Next, we're ready to start assembling them. So you're gonna stand up 2 pieces, 2 of those little panels that you built. Add some glue onto that little lip that you left over for yourself right there. Get some clamps ready. This just helps to keep everything nice and tight. I kind of set the clamp easy. I tighten it up a little bit so that way it's a little tight, and then I'm still able to adjust. Then I add that bottom clamp right there, get it all super tight, and I slam in 3 nails each side. You're gonna repeat the same process for the other side. Flip it on over, add some glue. Two pieces at 1'9". Now the reason that they're 1'9" is because since they're in between all that other material, it does add up to 2 feet on the outside of the planter. So if you get a custom dimension, for the short side, you're gonna want to cut your pieces 2 inches smaller, 2.5 inches smaller, guys. For the long side, it's gonna be 1 inch shorter. All right, so now that you got everything tied in together, you're ready to start adding these ledgers onto the bottoms of these planters. So this is that 1/2 inch strip of ledger that I was talking about, guys. This is for the bottoms of the planters to sit on. This is gonna help support all that dirt weight. I add some glue to that 1/2 inch strip, get it flush to the bottom of that planter, and just like that, ready to start installing the bottoms. So each planter, so if it's 4 feet, you're always gonna double the bottom pieces. So if it's 4 feet, I'm doing 8 pieces, and that's because each piece or each cedar picket is 5.5. 2 cedar pickets together is 11, so that's almost a foot. So you're gonna always multiply double of the footage, and then you're always gonna be left over with little gaps. So I always cut a couple extra of my bottom pieces just so I can fill in that gap that you see right there. And then I also like to clamp up that bottom just in case there's any bowing in that bottom picket. Get it all tight together before I nail it up. And yeah, guys, I'm using an 18 gauge Milwaukee brad nailer. There's plenty of nail guns out there, guys. You don't have to get Milwaukee. That was just me. I like Milwaukee. I've used Milwaukee always in the past. I've always not purposely abused it, right? But I was on construction sites. That's all we used. It was always getting dropped. It was always getting abused. So Milwaukee's, to me, Milwaukee's the best, guys. It's just what I like. I'm down to drop the money on it. And next, right here, guys, I'm gonna use those 1 3/4 strips for the top trim. So I always just start off by cutting a 45-degree angle. I line it up on that corner, on that left corner over there, guys. Hold it down, mark it onto that next corner, and then cut that other 45-degree angle. You don't have to pull your tape out for this. Yeah, it's just setting it, holding it, marking it, and cut another 45 all the way around. This is gonna make that planter look beautiful. And if you guys are already building planters, sometimes you'll be able to have scrap pieces that this stuff works for. I always keep around some scrap pieces, man, because you never know how it's gonna help you out or what you could use it for. But also, guys, let me know what you guys want to see, man. I know I got a wacky little table. I got a wacky little shop. My shop is nothing compared to what some of these guys got on the internet. But if you guys stick with me through this journey, I'm gonna be building a table in my shop. I'm gonna be building a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna be making a little table for my miter saw there. I'm gonna integrate it into my table. I'm building one all along that wall that you see there that I'm working on. So please, I really appreciate if you guys subscribe, like, share. I want to hear your input. I want to record what you guys want to see. So I'm all for it, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. All right, and for that last piece of trim right there, I did add glue all the way around the top of that of the planter, and I had 1 nail in the corner, 1 in the middle, and since it is 4 feet, I do add some, just a couple more extra supporting. You don't want to add too many because it's the top trim. You don't want to put too many nail holes in there, even though they are thin. If you really are looking at it, you will see them. So I try to keep it minimal, but also hold it into that glue till it dries. And just like that, I drilled some holes also with a 9/16 paddle bit for drainage, for water drainage into that bottom of that planter. You don't got to drill too many. I'd probably drill 1 each corner, a couple in the middle, and that's it, man. And just like that, got you a couple beautiful looking planters. I did 4, like I said, guys. I was selling them. This is for a custom order. And I'm also delivering them. Yes, guys, I do deliver them. This triples your sales if you are using this as a business. If you're only doing it for the DIY, for your own, all power to you. But if you want to sell planters, man, deliveries is going to triple your sales, I promise you. But if you guys want to, let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see more of the business side, or you guys want to see building, let me know. I'm all for it. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yes, it's solid. I really appreciate you guys. Later.